This is the all-new 2022 5th generation Subaru WRX, and it is pretty and ugly at the same time. How? It's pretty ugly. No, it's not. It's okay, but it's not a wowza kind of evolution from the old one. It looks almost the same, with some sharpened corners and lots of plastic cladding for when you decide to participate in the Rally Acropolis. However, there is a ton of good stuff though to talk about, so let's get started. First of all, under the hood, you get a turbocharged flat 4 boxer engine. It's a new 2.4-liter engine instead of a 2.0, and the turbo is smarter with an electronic wastegate for quicker spool times. It now makes 271 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a very good 6-speed manual transmission. You can also get a Subaru Performance transmission, aka CVT, but yeah, it still has the symmetrical all-wheel drive with a viscous-style center limited slip differential and open front and rear diffs. The default split of torque is 50-50, but of course it can work its magic and then send the torque wherever it's needed. Too bad it doesn't have limited slip differentials front and rear. That would have been really cool. But it has active torque vectoring, so it does what it can. The shifter is pretty nice to use. First to second is a little bit clunky, but otherwise it's okay. It has a very slightly rubbery feel. The clutch, however, has a very nice feel. The pedal is very linear. It's a very easy and fun manual car to drive. Dump the clutch while revving it hard, and 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 6.3 seconds is what I did. I'm sure it could go faster, but I'm too chicken to break this car. Performance is overall good. I really like how the bigger engine fills the gaps down low. It pulls overall much better than before. It feels strong up to the red line, and it's only supposed to max out at 12 psi of boost. However, the gauge here has shown 14.5. Not sure what's going on over there. Subaru claims that this new platform that they're using now, the global one, has increased the overall torsional rigidity by 28%, and that the suspension mounting points are 75% stronger than before, but still, the track-tuned suspension has good and bad points. It has a much longer travel than before, which is amazing when you decide to rally it on dirt, of course not on these tires. On the road, it controls the body very well, grip limits are very high, and beyond the limit, things happen with a very progressive and predictable manner, but it is not a very comfortable car. Over bumps, it does bounce and hop, even small imperfections that shouldn't be a problem, sometimes they are. So all this rigidity didn't really allow for a more compliant ride. It does handle very naturally though. Understeer and oversteer are both an option, and what happens really depends on the driver and how he positions and manages the weight of the car, but the ride could definitely be better. There's also a GT trim level. This is a Sport Tech. The GT trim level in the USA only, in Canada we don't get it, has adaptive dampers with a comfort mode. So maybe that's where the money's at with suspension comfort. However, that trim level comes with the Performance CVT crap, the transmission, so you can keep it. Also, the brakes. They have an amazing feel when driving normally, but when driven hard, brake fade doesn't take too long to make an appearance, and from 100 kilometers an hour, the car stopped in 43 meters, which is not the best for the category. The front calipers are twin piston, but it's a floating caliper. The rears are single piston, so there's nothing fancy going on over here, unfortunately. Fuel economy, however, isn't bad at all. It does run on premium liquid, but it only averages about 10.5 liters per 100 kilometers. Mind you, that mileage that the 6-speed manual returns is better than the CVT. So there goes the efficiency reasoning out the window. So once again, another reason to get the manual. The interior is quite updated. It now has a massive portrait screen in the middle, and most of the stuff really happens in there. The infotainment is straightforward. Getting to know how to use everything will only take a couple of days. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, mind you, only wired, and it has a pretty okay backup camera. It also has a really good sound system that pounds pretty hard. The design is overall pretty nice. It's still very Subaru-ish, which is a very good thing. I like when brands hold on to this identity of theirs. The materials are mostly good, and so is fit and finish. The seats look and feel amazing. The driving position is absolutely fantastic, and so is visibility. So all good. Roominess is excellent even for a family. The rear seats have plenty of footroom, legroom, and headroom. And you also get heated seats and charging ports, which shows that the rear passengers are equally valued over here. The trunk is also a respectable 354 liters. The lid is spring-loaded, so it almost pops open when you push the button, so it's all good there too. The exterior looks are, of course, controversial. The rear, for me, looks like it belongs more on a Civic than this, but at least you get these quad exhausts on the bottom and the diffuser, so if you look carefully, yeah, you can kind of tell that it's a WRX. The side profile, especially in this color, I don't mind it at all because it kind of blends in with those plastic fender flares, but in other colors like an orange or whatever, I really don't like how it looks when the color contrasts the flares too much. The front I do like, and that hood scoop on the top is absolutely perfect. In Canada, this trim level will set you back just under $40,000. In the USA, it's just over $35,000. There is a lot of car and a lot of fun to be had here. That said, overall score is 8.5 out of 10. I just really wish they bring back an STI with proper differentials and bigger brakes, and even if it doesn't have a lot of more power, it doesn't matter because Subarus are not really like WRX and STIs, not in general. They're about how they drive and the fun they give you. It was never about crazy horsepower numbers or whatever. I mean, STIs made what, 330? That's fine. You can tune this probably to a lot over that 330. This is a very fun car. It's really nice to drive. It really holds its own on the road. For those planning to build a race car down the road or track their car, this is a great base to start from. So I really like this car. Buy it in a dark color and 6-speed manual and you're gold. So I hope you liked this video. This is all for today with the 2022 Subaru WRX. Please like, subscribe, but most importantly, till next time, be well, take care.
Perfect. Perfect.